Guys, welcome back to DeFi, Degens, Drip, and Farm for Poverty, where on this channel, our vision is to empower the impoverished by helping you find financial freedom through crypto assets. Please subscribe and leave a comment and a thumbs up. Hey guys, welcome back. DeFi, Degens, Drip, and Farm for Poverty. So we are going to be getting into the nitty gritty on the latest AMA, the update that he did with our boy Lee from Driptopian. And I'm only going to be covering, for me, what's the most important, and that's the farms being opened back up and what that can possibly mean for Drip. So if you guys remember, I did this video. This is not the video itself, but I did a price prediction way back when regarding where Drip would be at. And right now, today is the 17th, and we're very close to this. So we're going to project this out and then see, but I'm going to let you listen first to what Forex said. We still don't have a date, but we did get some roundabout info, but I want you to hear that info directly from him, and then we'll speculate, because that's all we can do in DeFi is like, yeah, you can't get financial advice, but you can just take the information you have, and then based on that, you make your decisions. So let's listen to that now.
It's just phenomenal, so you need to be doing it. So if you don't mind, whilst we were talking about the farms, the question on everyone's lips, and I'm not going to say give us a date because that's ridiculous. I'm not that kind of guy. How close are we to getting the thing that we all want, the best farm in crypto back?
Okay, so the only thing that's left to do is to finish the dogs crediting and the loyalty contract that we talked about, the new dog sitting contract that's built. We need to wrap up the UI on it, and we need to wrap up the vesting LP contract. But you know, I would say so. Once it's 100% built, we'll put a launch date on it. But the launch date will be out about a month, and the reason for this is because we want to have a very strong and well-focused marketing campaign leading up to the launch. So I am like dead set on having a launch date by the end of this month, and that launch date will be out at 4 to 6 weeks, and that's so we can put a massive effort into a marketing campaign. So we're gonna see a marketing campaign for literally everything we do moving forward. That's going to be unlike anything you've seen out of us before. Like, it's going to be, I think, better than what you see from any other crypto company, because we have someone that has provided marketing and knows how to do marketing for Fortune 500 companies. Plus, we're working with a farm that's already provides marketing for, you know, AAA crypto projects anyways. So we really have something special here as far as marketing, and we want, you know, of course, the time to make it happen. So I'm dead set on getting a launch date by the end of the month, and then that launch date will be out, I would say, 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, another thing, you know.
All right, so there you have that. He said trying to get a launch date by the end of the month. So that means he will have a date that he can announce to the public of when the farm will go live, and he wants to have that by the end of the month. We can add Forex Standard Time, so we can add another 2 weeks possibly to that. So having a launch date of the farm by the 12th. Again, this is speculation. I did this on the last video. I told you guys I wouldn't do this again. But this is really all we have to go off of. And since we are, you know, a lot of us and a lot of you, I got you guys in with Drip, and that's where my focus is. I do need to try to give you something to kind of hedge your bets on, because that's what we're basing our not financial advice investments on, because you're going off of what could be developed. Like the same thing would happen if you were investing in a stock company, Fortune 500 company. It's like, yo, we plan on building the metaverse. Perfect example, Facebook, right? Change your name to Meta. We're going to do what we can with the metaverse. So you're like, all right, they have a 10-year plan to do that. Now I'm going to get in. There might be some volatility, but you're going off of that company's roadmap. So you got to do the same thing with the stuff that Forex says, but you got to also take it with a grain of salt because crypto space is extremely volatile and moves and changes dramatically. So we'd have a date. He said he's pushing for the end of the month, and then I'm adding the standard Forex Shark standard time allocation to that by doubling it. So that means by the middle of August, he would give us a launch date, and then we'd have 4 to 6 weeks after that when the farm would actually be live because he wants to have a marketing campaign. So that gives us till the middle of September, and then by the latest September 30th. Let's see. That's my speculation. But I want to play one more clip about the Drip BUSD farm because that is super important as well. Remember, there's a lot of us sitting around right now waiting for, sorry, it's a pool. Damn it, I always use the wrong terminology here. Oh, maybe it is a farm. Where the hell is it? Where is it, guys? It's a farm, right? Drip BUSD. I don't actually see it on here. But anyway, it's the one to add that you get pigs from. So as of right now, it's still paused and everybody's waiting for that to unpause. And yeah, I don't see it. I know it's on the old page. But anyway, let's play that clip while I look for it. So let me bring up the next clip. So he talks specifically about what will happen with that and what the date or time frame for that will be. Are we in the right spot here? Let's go right about here and go back. Yep. All right, that should work. Let's mute this.
About the farms, thank you very much for that. That's brilliant. One thing I forgot to ask about the farms, I think I saw you mention that potentially the Drip BUSD farm might be earlier. We didn't get any context from it. It just said it's very soon. Is that something that potentially is going to happen without the rest of the farm? You know what I mean? Just that itself.
We're going to release the Drip BUSD farm at the same time as the rest of the farm.
Okay.
Really, it's important to have the full ecosystem of the farm working together because it creates the incentive to be locking up those pigs that you're earning rather than just putting them on the market. So we don't want people bringing their pigs to the market. We want people to be staking them up in the pig pen. So it's important that the rest of the mechanics of the farm are fully functional, which give incentive and cash flows to the pig pen. And if the rest of the farm is not open, you don't have those cash flows going to the pig pen. You still do have a cash flow going to the pig pen in the form of the piggy bank, but that's we're going to see increase in cash flow more than tenfold. I mean, it's with the new tax model, it's going to be. I mean, it's going to look, the rewards that are going to the pig pen now are going to be dust relative to what will be happening when the farm goes live. So it's really important we have those reward structures when it go, when the farms goes live. We can't have any farms open early that are not generating cash flow to the pig pen. So,
okay.
But with Drip, we have some very awesome things in the works right now with James Devstreak and JS.
All right. So there you have it. So the Drip BUSD farm will not go live before. So in my last video, I put out that clip from him because Forex put in his post that he said very shortly. So very shortly means now, I guess, that very shortly meaning with the entire farm coming back online. So what does that mean for Drip? Well, as I told you guys, we can basically extrapolate out what's been happening. So the farms, everything has been officially paused. 4 months now. I don't remember the exact date, but somewhere in here, February, I think. So what I did in my last video is use that projection. So, like I said, we have I'm giving it a maximum of 10 weeks. So that was the end of September. So you got 2 weeks here, you got 4 weeks in August and 4 weeks in September. So by September 30th, everything will be back online. Now, this is not by any means like some kind of accurate analysis or anything like that. This is merely taking the 1% average devaluation that was going on. I forgot exactly what it was. Yeah, 1.195 on average since the farm was paused. That's where I got this number from. 18 March. And I haven't changed it, so this was based on 28 June. I could come in and put in the new one, but I don't feel like it. So this is what I had before in my old video, and we got really close to this number. I think, let's look at that on the 15th. We were sitting at, yeah, somewhere around there actually. So by no means, again, does this mean that I'm some kind of prophet or soothsayer, magic crystal ball. I'm just using the shape valuation that we had. So we got into, I said 650 range, and I think we closed the day out at, we started it at around 644 and it closed around 620, somewhere in there. So pretty close. So take it with a grain of salt. It's within a couple bucks. So if this continues, what does that mean? Well, we go out to the end of August, which will be the absolute earliest that the farms will be online. We could be seeing a $2 drip based off of my price projections. And then remember, again, anytime in here, if there's any buys, we had Ray do a big incentive here with 10,000, and that kind of created a cascade where other people bought in. So at any time, this can reverse. But I'm just saying, if it doesn't, here is what you can expect for your price. So this can give you some dollar cost averaging ideas or whatever. So the best thing you can do if you're bullish on drip and bullish on what Forex is designing is continue to dollar cost average until the launch date. I do believe that once the launch date is there, then we'll start to see some reversal in the buy pressure because we will have more marketing, like he said. So this is the biggest marketing push that he's seen in crypto, and he's hired people specifically for that. So I believe once you actually have a a launch date, and his team that he's doing the marketing with, that will help outside investors to come in. So right now, any of these reversals is pretty much from within the existing players in the ecosystem. So I did a sustainability video about drip, talking about it in relation to a poker table. When everybody at the poker table comes in and puts their money in, it doesn't matter what happens, because that amount of money in that game is based on the players that got in, and there's no additional money, meaning at some stage, if people keep taking out, or the rake or the house edge is there, which in this case can just be hydration gas fees or transaction fees or whatever, that means you're losing money until new people come in or new utility is brought in. So in that poker game analogy, there could be additional use case brought into that game versus new players coming in. So that's why I'm saying none of this really matters in the short term, because we're going to need the additional utility of the farm being online and the additional utility of the scratch tickets and the dog roulette game and the pig pin hacker game. All of this brings in utility and new investors. So until that happens, you can expect similar sell-offs, basically. So what does that mean? So could we see below $5? Yes, I highly believe we'll definitely see below $5. Could it bounce back up? Of course, because it won't take as much to bounce that price back up. You get in here and you 27,000 drip tokens ends up being, I would say 30,000. I don't even need to do that. You guys do the math real simply. If it gets down to a $3 drip price, somebody can max out their wallet at $100,000. Like, that's insane. So there's an insane ability for people to buy in at these prices. But that is potentially existing players in the game, meaning it won't add any sustainability functions to drip. It just kind of keeps recycling the money and builds new whales, so to speak. So these are the numbers that I've projected, that based off of that 1.1% sell volume that we've had, we would see these. And then again, at any time, if around the end of July we have a buy that takes us back up to 641, which basically starts us back over around here for 2 weeks to go back down, right? So it doesn't mean we'll be below 5 when the farms launch, but it does mean if this continues, there's nothing to stop the sell-offs until that comes online. So this is a great opportunity for you all sitting on the sidelines to build your positions. Again, if you are bullish on the ecosystem and what Drip is doing and what Forex is building, and you believe that from the previous all-time highs, we can double that, triple that, get past that, especially with the marketing and the dev teams he's added and all this other stuff, then you won't be alarmed with all this, and these will actually make you super excited to see. So I will continue to, I'm working on a way to get some additional capital so that I'll be able to buy in, but I am like 99% strapped right now with everything that I got. I'm already all in, but hopefully there'll be some nickel and dime that I can kind of dollar cost average in. That's going to be my take on it. So just wanted you guys to see that, be prepared for that. We've had the same amount of sell volume pretty much every day. There hasn't been much difference. You know, some days there's 70 grand, some days there's 50 grand, but it's not much a difference. So I don't suspect that to change very much going forward. So that's all I got in this video. Just give you guys a speculative price update and an announcement on when the farms could unpause and relaunch. So at the earliest, we're looking at end of August. At the latest, I would say end of September. So you got a good 6 to 10 weeks to get your bags in place before this ship takes off. All right, guys, until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.